Get you news coming out of Tamil Nadu. Now it's actor turned politician Vijay, who's all set to hold his first rally in Tamil Nadu after the mishap that took place in Karur at the stampede, which claimed 41 lives. Do remember that was the rally of the actor turned politician. Now the police in Tamil Nadu has imposed 84 conditions for his rally. As part of the approval for that rally, organizers have said they've in fact asked to pay a security deposit of 50,000 rupees. It's estimated that 35,000 people, mostly his fans and followers and his party cadres, will be there in order to get that glimpse of the actor and hear his political speech. Ambulances and medical teams are also deployed at the venue. Do remember, all this was missing at the time of the last rally, and the number of people that had landed up were 10 times the amount that was basically allowed in that particular venue. Now, adequate drinking water facilities and toilets have also been arranged. Over 1,000 police personnel are expected to be on duty for security as well as traffic management. According to the TVK chief coordinator, elaborate arrangements have been made at the venue, right from making separate boxes when it comes to VIPs, when it comes to women and party office bearers and party cadres. While the party leadership has strictly requested pregnant women, children and elderly not to be attending that very rally. Do remember, there were many children amongst those who died during that stampede.
See, when these people go, 41 people died. When Vijay went to Karur, he did not go on time. That is why these deaths have happened. He had no answer to that question. He had that charge. So far he had not said that why, after telling that he will meet the people at 12 o'clock, why did he come at 7:30? The people know that. And whenever our chief minister goes, you can see large gathering with families coming, greeting him, going happily because he comes there on time.
இதற்கான ஏற்பாடுகளை 4 நாட்களுக்குள் மிக பிரமாண்டமாக பணிகள் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரையிலும் தேவையான வசதிகளை நாங்கள் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். குறிப்பாக காவல்துறை உடைய கண்காணிப்பாளர்கள் இங்கே காலையிலே பார்வையிட்டு சென்றிருக்கிறார்கள். ஆகவே அதற்கான பணிகள் என்னென்ன பணிகளை நிறைவேற்ற வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லி இருக்கிறோ அத்தனை பணிகளையும் நிறைவேற்றி தேவையான வசதிகளை கூடுதலாக கூட செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது.
And to know more on this, my colleague Veera Raghav is joining us. Veera, what really is going to be the focus as far as Vijay's return to Karur is concerned? Now, this is the first rally that's taking place ever since the mishap that took place at Stampede, which claimed 41 lives. The key question really at the moment is, what's really changed in the 82 days since the Stampede?
Much has changed over the last 82 days since that stampede, but today there would be an emotional focus and then there would be a political focus as Vijay takes the stage at Karur. How is he going to emotionally address as he returns to Karur? Remember, it's a very important emotional moment in his political journey after that stampede, that enormous stampede. And then about the political focus, which would be about what he is offering in terms of real politics there on that stage there. But more important would be the procedural focus, the question of the arrangements that's been made, what kind of arrangements are being made, what kind of efforts have been put into place to make sure that there is no untoward incident. Remember, there's not an iota of space, both for the TVK machinery and for the state machinery, to allow any kind of mishap there. There would be huge crowds that would come in as well as expected. Remember, there's no road show, it's a contained atmosphere. What kind of organization is put in place? All that would be crucially watched, and every moment of this rally would be very closely monitored. So that would be a critical focus here. And then, of course, is he going to get the same kind of crowds that he got then? His fan following may not have dampened, but are his fans going to have the same frenzy to come out to see him after that tragic stampede? Remember, one example of the Vijay fan power and his emotional bond with the families is the fact that the families of the 41 victims who died in that stampede have not blamed or spoken against him. That's the kind of emotional bond that he shares with his fans and their families, and that would be in display today. So multiple questions, before Vijay, but these are key aspects that would be looked out as he takes the stage in Karur, an enormous moment in his political journey.
Right, Veera, in terms of hard politics, what's perhaps the key focus to look out for? You know, his approach, some would argue, is more rhetorical and less substance.
Look, the critical political question before him would be whether his speech and his approach there is going to be one of rhetoric and emotion which appeals to his fans and a little filmy in nature as it has been throughout, in fact largely filmy in nature as it has been throughout, or whether he's going to offer clear categorical political substance in his speech. That would be crucially looked out for. What kind of a message is he going to give across? What kind of a message for electoral preparedness he's going to give across? And what kind of message is he going to give across to the smaller political forces? Remember, the AIADMK is trying to consolidate the different fragments of the AIADMK under EPS's leadership and the other parties under the NDA under EPS's leadership. On the one hand, the DMK has been already working on building on its manifesto and is already moving towards seat sharing talks with its 14-party alliance. Is Vijay going to be able to capitalize on the friction within both the AIADMK and the DMK as far as smaller allies are concerned? Does he change the bargaining power equation for smaller parties in Tamil Nadu? These are crucial questions. But what's his strategy going to be? Is he going to walk the path alone? Is he going to get smaller allies to come on board with him? Because that would be crucially look out for in terms of indications from his speech. But of course, the larger focus would be on the emotional appeal and the fact that Vijay returns to the political stage and what his political journey is going to look like in terms of whether it's going to be roadshows or whether it's going to be rallies of this nature as we head towards elections 2026 would be the crucial points that we can take away or have indications from today.
Right, we will keep returning back to you, and of course that return of the actor-turned-politician to a rally in Tamil Nadu. What are the preparations looking like? Let's get you the details.
Talabadi Vijay, back in rally mode. All eyes on TVK's campaign meet in Erode. The superstar-turned-politician is set to hold a campaign meet in Erode, a Konganadu battleground, a historically difficult region for the DMK. The rally is set to take place with extremely strict police instructions. To an extent, the TVK cadres have been ordered not to follow Vijay's vehicle to the venue. The venue is likely to hold 35,000 people, with 1,000 police personnel deployed and adequate emergency facilities arranged. The campaign also marks a key appearance from K. Sengotayan, the party's chief coordinator, who joined TVK after quitting the AIADMK.
காண ஏற்பாடுகளை 4 நாட்களுக்குள் மிக பிரமாண்டமாக பணிகள் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரையிலும் தேவையான வசதிகளை நாங்கள் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். குறிப்பாக காவல்துறை உடைய கண்காணிப்பாளர்கள் இங்கே காலையிலே பார்வையிட்டு சென்றிருக்கிறார்கள். ஆகவே அதற்கான பணிகள் என்னென்ன பணிகளை நிறைவேற்ற வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லி இருக்கிறோம் அத்தனை பணிகளையும் நிறைவேற்றி தேவையான வசதிகளை கூடுதலாக கூட செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது.
Vijay resumes his statewide tour after last week's Puducherry public meet, which took place under strict police guidelines. TVK's first major rally since the Karur tragedy, where 41 people lost their lives. Will the horrors of September 27 haunt TVK? Or is it a fresh start for Tamil Nadu's new political entrant? Sriram Ganesh, NDTV, Bureau Report.